Welcome into the WBC arena. We've been waiting a long time to see these two get it on. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. Jack, the Manasseh Mauler Dempsey. If you want to call yourself the best, you've got to go through a legend like this man. And his opponent here, none other than Oleksandr Usyk. 6'3" and 198-centimeter reach.
I'll always go for reach, every time over anything. If you've got reach, touch with speed, nobody's going to touch you. But someone that can get in close, that has the power to get up close and personal and break those ribs, get those shots into the body, you've got to look out for that.
Jack Dempsey, the Manasseh Mauler, one of the legends of all legends, one of the best to ever lace up the gloves, no doubt about it. Oleksandr Usyk, the former undisputed cruiserweight champion and heavyweight champion of the world, fighting out of Ukraine.
The reach, how on earth are they going to get through that jab?
So now let's go into the ring for the official introductions. Here's the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Manasseh, Colorado, a true legend of boxing, here is one of the all-time greats of the sport, the acclaimed heavyweight champion of the world, known as the Manasseh Mauler, introducing Jack Dempsey. Fighting out of the blue corner, here is the Olympic gold medalist from Ukraine, an undisputed cruiserweight world champion, and a unified heavyweight champion of the world, Oleksandr Usyk.
Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Todd, I love this place. The atmosphere is second to none. If you get the right fights, you've got fun all night.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be two that we're talking about. And there's the bell for round one. He takes that jab. That counter punch caught him clean. Miss with the jab. The crowd here cannot wait. They've been buzzing all day long, and finally, we're about to get it on.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Those counter punches have to hurt. All the time. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Beautiful counter shot. This fighter brings a barrage of punches. They won't let you breathe. It's like fighting a hornet's nest.
You fight the swarmer, you've got to protect everything. The body with the elbows, the head with the forearm. You've got to try and push them off balance because they will just stay in your face.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter. That counter shot lands. That right hook won't score. That jab. He threw a punch and just got countered. Catch and shoot. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Jab misses. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Caution being thrown to the wind. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Dempsey in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Just keep him on the end of his jab. You're getting your timing already. The right hand's...
You got to go back out there and win this round. You had everything in the bag. And now...
Carry it up a little bit so he can't figure you out. Great one. Just stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Don't give him no free shots. Keep smart. Good work, he was thinking.
Behind the basics. Get your jab back, get your rhythm back, and then we'll go.
Don't forget the jab, and don't get carried away. Think about the defense on end.
Let him back in. Now it's going to be a tougher fight because he's going to be confident.
Don't change too much yet. Keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will appear.
Stick him in the end of your jab, and then start gathering your pace.
And that'll do it for the time between rounds as we get set to get back in the action.
He's ready to go.
Right. Let's go out there and get your boxing back together. Listen, be smart when you...
Here we go. It's round two. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's a counter shot. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight the counterpuncher smart.
Parries that jab away. Nice counter. Perfect counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. It's obvious who the bigger, stronger fighter is. Let's see if they use it to their advantage.
Never gonna happen. If you've got a good jab, you've got a good reach. I know nobody could ever get past that jab.
He threw a punch and just got countered. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Can't land that. Oh, wait a minute! Usyk might go down here. What an upset! Get back and get engaged.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
The courage on display here is incredible. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Throw a shot, they get countered. One punch could change everything in this battle. A perfect counter shot. Which fighter will say no mas? Good counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all, and down goes Oleksandr Usyk. Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Usyk in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
Love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
Completely switched off. Get your mind back.
I said, start just sticking a few body shots in there a little bit.
Back into the fight. You're much better than that guy. You're much better. He's not even...
He was thinking, he was smart, you weren't loading up, but you were still landing your power shots. Good work. Don't forget the jab, and don't get carried away. Think about the defense and remember what you do. Good work.
Back on the job, and then get back out there and win the round.
No, you can't listen.
On to the third. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
They call it the glory division. There's nothing quite like a heavyweight fight. It doesn't take much to win it. How about that time counter shot? They're both trying for a knockout. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. How about that time counter shot? Throws the uppercut but misses. The straight right just misses. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. He threw a punch and just got countered. That counter shot lands. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Catch and shoot. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite-level stuff here.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Perfect counter shot. Incredible firepower from both of these heavyweights. Nice work to avoid the left uppercut. Beautiful counter punch. Failing to score with that right hook. That right hook's blocked. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Dempsey in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Come on, you've let him back in the fight. You're much better than this guy. You're much...
Beautiful. That's it. Now just stick a few body shots in there, vary it up a little bit so he can't figure you out.
Then put it back on him this round. Get out there and switch on. Get this boxing back together.
You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off. I need you to switch back on.
Back at it in round 4. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That counter shot lands. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst. Boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Parries that jab away. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. That hook doesn't score. They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Well done with that counter shot. The straight right just misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That counter punch caught him clean. Couldn't land that jab. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Down goes Jack Dempsey. They knew it when they threw it. The perfect body shot, and no one's standing up to that one.
That's lights out right there. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Come to me.
Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Let's talk about Dempsey in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Good work. Now that's it. Now breathe. Just get your breath back. Good
Counter jab, basics. Just get your rhythm back, and then we go again.
You weren't loading up. You were still landing your power shots. Good work. And don't forget the jab.
Get your focus back, get that jab back. Just boxing. Just be smart. Just get your shots off, and don't give him anything. Go back and win the round, right? It's only one round that you've lost. Don't worry about it.
On to the fifth we go. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. That counter shot lands. Perfect counter shot. Insane action. Those counter punches have to hurt. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. They better start respecting each other's punching power. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. It just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Defense here at all. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Nice counter shot. careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. And he scores with the counter. His stamina is off the charts. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Swing and a miss with that jab. Nice counter shot. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Dempsey in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
The power shots. Good work. Don't forget the jab and don't get carried away.
Get out there, switch on, and get your boxing back together.
The jab's working nice. Goes 1-2 straight down the middle. You can't miss him. Great work. Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Great round. Now, I don't want you to load up.
There's the bell to start round 6. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
He threw a punch and just got countered. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. No rest for the weary. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Nice counter punch right up the middle. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. He threw a punch and just got countered. Beautiful counter punch. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. That hook won't score. Nice counter shot. You'd like to see more jabs. Can't land that jab. The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched himself out? Good counter punching. Dempsey in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Switch on.
That's beautiful. That's it. Start just sticking a few body shots in there.
Let's reset. Forget about the round. It was a bad round, but we don't care. Go out there.
Just stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Don't give him no free shots. Keep smart. The jab's working nice. Goes 1-2 straight down the middle. You can't miss him. Great work.
Go back out there and win this round. You only lost one round.
Good work. He was thinking. He was smart. He weren't low.
You gotta get out there and switch on. Get your boxing back together.
Think about the defense and remember what you're doing. Good work.
And there's the bell for round 7. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. A swing and a miss with the right hook. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. There's a counter shot. His jab just got blocked. Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him. Frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he throws you down.
Nice counter shot. Big swing and a miss with the hook. He misses with that straight left. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. Those counter punches have to hurt. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Dempsey in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Come on.
Otherwise, he'll see it and he'll ride it out. Go out there and finish him.
You got to go back out there and win this round. You had everything in the bag, and that's
Doing the gaps will appear and he'll start tiring out. The jab's working nice. Goes 1-2 straight down the middle. You can't miss him. Great work. Stay focused. Don't let
that guy. You're much better. He's not even in your league. Come on.
thinking. You were smart. You weren't loading up, but you were still landing your power shot.
Dire fight, and now you've let him back in. Now it's going to be a tougher fight because he's going to be.
What you do. Good work. So just keep him on the end.
Out in the first minute, stick him in the end of your jab, and then.
And that'll do it for the minute break as we get set to get back in the action.
Just vary it up a little bit.
And stop him in his tracks. Don't worry about that round. Don't worry about that round. Let's just get it.
Here's the bell to start round 8. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
hard. My motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How about that time counter shot? This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. They exchange punches. A perfect counter lands. A perfect counter lands. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
That power might be the draw or die. That power might be the equalizer.
They block the left there. Catch and shoot. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Stamina is off the charts. He blocks the uppercut. A perfect counter lands. That counter shot lands. Nice counter shot. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
How would you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight, fiery fight. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Those counter punches have to hurt. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? A lot of effort being exerted here. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. There's a counter shot. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
There's a lot on the line here.
He'll take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolute.
Come on, do you want to win this fight? Get your mind back on the job.
Otherwise, he'll see it and he'll ride it out. Go out there and finish him.
You're way better than that guy. You've let him back into the fight. You're not even in the...
But you're still landing your power shots. Good work. Don't forget the jab and don't get carried away. Think about the defense and remember what you do. Good work. So just keep moving on the jab.
Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
A perfect counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A perfect counter shot. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run it. Hold it right there. Oh no, Dempsey is hurt. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter shot. Nice job blocking the hook. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
That right jab just misses. Holding nothing back here in the round. Throws the uppercut but misses. Beautiful counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Dempsey in that last round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
Great work. Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight.
Just boxing, be smart, get your shots up. Don't give him anything.
Yeah, keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will appear and he'll start tiring out. So just keep him on the end of his jab. You're getting your timing already. The right hand's beautiful. That's it.
You're better than that, kid. Just go back out there and get behind the base.
I'll figure you out. Great work. Good work. You was thinking.
Get your mind back, get your focus back, get the jab back. Just boxing.
Don't forget the jab and don't get carried away. Think about the defense and then do what you do.
Go back out there and win this round. You only lost one round.
The referee calling for seconds out. Right back into the action.
Keep smart.
Mistakes. I need to go back out there and switch back on. Get focused, get your mind back on the job.
And there's the bell to start round 10. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Nice counter. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Nice defense on that hook. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
The straight right just misses. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Did you see that? Usyk! finish there.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Dempsey in that last round. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
This is when you talk about championship material.
Take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely shot.
Okay, now you let him back into the fight that round. That's his round. Right.
Otherwise, he'll see it and he'll ride it out. Go out there and finish him.
You go out there, just take the round off and win the round on your jab. And breathe when you're stepping back.
Doing, the gaps will appear and he'll start tiring out. Good work. You was thinking. You were smart. You weren't loading up, but you were still landing your power shots. Good work. Don't forget the jab.
Push him back together. Come on, you're switching off. You got...
So just keep him on the end of his jab. Get me
there and win this round. You had everything in the bag, and now you let him back into it.
Put body shots in there a little bit. Just vary it up a little bit so he can't figure out. Great.
Yeah, come on. You let him back in. You're better than that.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set to jump back in the action.
Jab's working nice.
The rhythm back, and then we'll go again. Get your mind back on the job. There's a god.
There's the bell to start round 11. How much is left in their tank after last round?
What are they doing that now? Are they trying to get an earning out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations and they throw them non-stop.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so
whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Jack Dempsey, oh boy, in trouble. How did they survive that?
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. They blocked the left there. Counter punches have to hurt. Nice counter. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagan, a pickpocket.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter punch. The straight right just misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Lucky to have avoided that uppercut. The perfect counter lands. Nice defense there to stop the right hook. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Lucky that hook didn't score. Well done with that counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Dempsey in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
There's a lot on the line here.
Set him up. But you'll take him out. He's ready to go. Is that...
Okay, focus now. Focus. Big, deep breaths. Big, deep breaths.
Gotta be smart. Otherwise, he'll see it and he'll ride it out. Go out there and fit.
For this entire fight, and now you've let him back in. Now it's going to be a tougher fight.
No free shots. Keep smart. Good work. You was thinking. You were smart. You weren't loading up, but you were still landing your power shots. Good work. Don't forget the jab. And don't get carried away.
On to the 12th. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, breathed right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Punch counter, and Dempsey goes down. Wow, that seemed to be the punch he was looking for. Let's watch it again.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're out.
It happened. You saw it here live. A knockout win. Congratulations.
Accuracy, power, punch perfect. That must hurt.